some kind of trash in the faucet itself, which would prevent the washer from sitting down on the face of the seat, which would allow water to come through. So let's take a closer look and let's see what we can do to stop that drip and find out why that water won't cut off. Okay, before we start any work on the faucet, let's make sure that the faucet is off. Down here we have the cutoff, just as we have the main cutoff coming to the house. Now we know that the main cutoff to the house is working. We've covered that. On the left you will have your hot water, and on the right you will have your cold water. Now let's turn off the hot, because we're going to start with the hot side. We're going to work with it. So we're going to turn it off. Better yet, let me give you a closer view. Okay, I'm giving you a closer view intentionally, because what I've done on purpose, I have loosened up the packing nut behind the cutoff valve. As you can probably see, it's dripping here. Okay, just as you have the packing on your main service coming in the house, you have one on just about every valve in your house. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the handle off so you can view it a lot better and see what the packing nut may look like on your valve. Okay, now here's the packing nut. Can you see that? See if you get a closer look here. Packing nut. Okay. Now what we're going to do is just like we did with the main, we're going to give it a quarter of a turn to stop it from dripping. Okay. Okay. And what I'm using, this particular tool here, is called a pair of pliers. Now we've tightened that. Let's put the handle back on here. The handle, screw, screwdriver, okay. Now that I showed you that, let's turn the water to the hot off so that we can take our valve apart and see what may be causing it to drip, or why the water won't cut off, whether it may be the washer, the seat, or maybe just some foreign object stuck in the valve. Okay, now let's start by taking off the faucet handle so that we can get down to the nuts that's holding the washer and stuff down. Okay, we've got the handle off. Now let's take this stem out here, which turns clockwise. Get the crescent on there good and tight. Twist. Ah, this is a hard one. Okay. Okay, got to the point where we can take it off with our hands. Okay. Now, this is what the stem of the faucet looks like. See? Here we have your washer. See the washer there? And the screw here in the middle, which holds the washer in place. Okay, the washer doesn't appear to be too bad. But if you notice, if you look at the screw on top, you see a lot of calcium buildup. Sometimes this calcium buildup can build up so much that it will actually create chunks of calcium that will prevent the washer from sitting flush on the seat. And sometimes this will make your water continue to run or drip. So what you would do in that case, if you have trash in the faucet, reach up underneath your sink. If you got someone to help you, have them do it. But reach up under the sink, turn the faucet under the sink on slowly, cup over the hole of the faucet, and as the water comes out, it'll push out any trash that you might have down in there. Okay? Now that'll flush out all the trash that's down in there. Okay? Okay. Now, if there was any trash in there, it should be out. And we would be ready to put the stem back in. But let's look at it a little closer and look at some more here. Okay, let's see if we can get some of this calcium buildup off of this screw here. Okay. Okay, here I have a set of washers. And most of these washers are a lot of different sizes depending on what you might need. You can pick this up at any hardware store or plumbing supply house. Just get a box of assorted washers. Doesn't cost that much. Okay. Now let's take our screwdriver. Okay. And let's see if we can get that screw off. Okay, sometimes it's not easy. What I like to do, when I do have one that's going to give me a hard time, grab a pair of pliers, such as this, grab the stem, where it would hold nice and sturdy and still for me. Now, take the screwdriver, okay, didn't have it down quite tight enough. Okay. Well, as you can see, sometimes it's pretty hard to try to get that screw off of there. So in that case, when you get to the problem where you do strip the screw out, just take the whole stem with you to a hardware store so that they can match it up, come back home, slip it back in. Okay, but this particular one here, this stem here, this screw is already loose. So I am going to show you how to take the screw off, which I'm sure that, okay, we got the screw loose in this one.